Well, good morning. Welcome. As the saying goes, the best part of any journey are the friends you meet along the way. And I'm fortunate that one of those friends is Tom Wimsett. And what a journey it has been. Tom is a seasoned payments executive and entrepreneur with a career that spans over 30 years, and his accomplishments are many. He is the former CEO of National Processing Company, one of the first publicly traded companies in our industry. NPC once processed over 15% of all payment card transactions in the U.S. and was acquired by Bank of America in 2004 for $1.5 billion. While building NPC into a leading merchant acquirer in the 90s and early 2000s, Tom constantly pushed for pricing transparency, the introduction of value-added services, and a focus on helping merchants reduce the overall cost of card acceptance. The company developed many pioneering products and solutions, introducing interchange pricing plus for small and medium-sized merchants, automating the chargeback process. He is credited with coining the term interchange management. In 2003, Tom founded Iron Triangle Payment Systems and served as chairman and CEO until 2010, at which time the company was sold to WorldPay for $650 million. He is credited with leading that team in managing north of 240,000 merchants. From 2011 until 2013, Tom served as chairman of a Kentucky-based Town and Country Bank and Trust, which when he arrived required recapitalization and new leadership. The bank quickly raised the required capital, reestablished credibility with both shareholders and the regulators, and today still remains a profitable organization and independent. Currently, Tom is chairman of ControlScan, an innovative provider of managed security and compliance solutions that help secure IT networks and payment card data. He also serves on the board of Revenue Management Solutions, RMS, a payment reconciliation and revenue management company for healthcare providers. He has served two separate terms on the ETA board, serving as secretary of the board in 2010, and in 2008 he was awarded the ETA Member of the Year. Please join me in welcoming Tom Wimsett into the 2019 class of ETA Hall of Fame.
Thanks, Tim. First of all, I want to congratulate my fellow inductees. I've known and admired each of these women for over 20 years, and I couldn't be more honored and proud than to be inducted into the Hall of Fame with this group of inductees. So congratulations to each of you. Second, I'd like to thank the nominating committee as well as the ETA. That nominating committee is loaded with accomplished industry leaders, and I'm grateful and humbled to have been selected for this recognition. When I was contacted by Amy Zirkle and informed about my selection, I told her that the 12 years or so that I spent on the ETA board and committees and the advisory board, and the friendships that I made during that time frame, and those were some of the most memorable and rewarding years of my career. So again, I want to thank the nominating committee and the ETA. I also want to thank the ETA for having provided me the opportunity to volunteer and do important work on behalf of the industry. If your company's not involved in a committee within the ETA, I would strongly encourage you to do so. It's good for the industry, it's good for your business as well. Next, I want to thank my family. My daughter, Ashley, who is here and works at Merchants Pact, one of my businesses. She works for Chris McNulty. Many of you know my wife and 2 sons who couldn't be here. They all tolerated 5 moves across the country, new schools, new friends, a lot of nights without Dad at home because I was traveling or working late. So without such a loving and supportive family, I wouldn't be the man I am today. And so, Ashley, I want to thank you and the rest of our family for all your love and support. Southwest Airlines was a big client of mine early in my career, and I had the good fortune on a couple different occasions to meet Herb Kelleher. He was the co-founder and the original CEO of Southwest Airlines. And if you know anything about Herb, he was larger than life, but his corporate culture and operating mantra was simple. And it was one that I quickly adopted and tried to employ throughout my career. Now, that mantra is well known today, but it involves putting your employees first, creating a challenging but rewarding environment, an enjoyable environment for your employees, and they'll take care of your customers. And we all know that repeat customers will go a long way toward taking care of our shareholders. If I leave any kind of legacy in the payments industry, I hope I'm remembered as someone who was a fierce competitor, but someone who always pushed for pricing transparency and outstanding service. While most CEOs encourage their employees to think big and to think out of the box, I always encourage my people to think small. I wanted them to act big, but I wanted them to think small. And I did this because I believe that any product or service that you've ever purchased that truly delivered an amazing experience to you, it's because someone who delivered that product or service was focused on the details, the small details. And so to me, thinking small is about taking care of your customers and trying to delight them. Finally, I was so fortunate to have surrounded myself with very talented individuals, folks like Tim Munto and several others, many of who have gone on to become presidents and CEOs and founders themselves. Folks like Chris Lee, who I know is in the audience, and I hope you get over your toothache, Chris. Mark Schatz and Mark Pike and Chris McNulty, Greg Adelson, just to name a few. Last but not least, I want to thank the board of directors at Jack Henry & Associates. I've served on the board at Jack Henry & Associates for over 7 years now. And I also want to thank my private equity partners in St. Louis, Thompson Street Capital Partners. And I want to thank them because they gave me an opportunity to really evolve my career from just purely an operating capacity to really a second career in payments, which is one as an investor and director. So again, thank you very much. I'm truly honored. Thank you.